Welcome to today's talk on meditation and mindfulness for burnout relief. So I was talking with another coach about burnout. We had a chat, and I just wanted to share some things with you here because burnout is something that happens to a lot of us, and we don't always recognize it, and we don't always realize that there's something we can do, some action that we can take. So I am excited to have you here as we explore the powerful practices that can help alleviate the symptoms of burnout as well as promote overall well-being. So if you know anything about me, you know that I am an advocate for taking care of ourselves, for really thinking about our well-being as a whole big picture, mind, body, and soul. And there are so many things that impact us in one area that carry over into other areas because we are connected beings. Everything that happens in one area happens in another. So before we dive into the meditation and mindfulness part, I want to briefly discuss burnout and its impact on our daily activities. So burnout is a state of chronic physical and emotional exhaustion, which is a result from prolonged and excessive stress. So most of us have prolonged, excessive, also known as chronic stress. We are always under stress. We are always feeling like we are so overwhelmed. We just, can't do it all. Burnout affects our work life, our personal relationships, our hobbies, our overall quality of life. So kind of, again, going back to that idea of looking at our overall well-being. Recognizing burnout's impact is crucial in seeking the effective strategies to address it, to help manage it. So now I want to look at some of those practical strategies for managing burnout. And again, the first thing is to recognize that you are experiencing burnout. You maybe feel it in your body, your brain, your mind are so stressed out. You might have unexplained chronic pain. You might not be sleeping well. You might feel super fatigued, like all of those things. Short-tempered, impatient, frustrated, like all of that adds up. And those are signs of burnout. So recognizing that you are experiencing it and then figuring out what you can do about it. So one powerful tool is meditation, of course. And along with that, some mindfulness practices. So we're going to talk about how they can help kind of regulate and manage that stress and enhance our emotional resilience and restore the energy and focus that often are lost when we're experiencing burnout. Regular practice of meditation can help us develop a greater sense of well-being and, again, manage this burnout. So one significant benefit of meditation is the ability to reduce stress levels. So there are lots of different techniques, meditation techniques, types of meditation, lots of resources available to you. And these can help you manage stress and grow that sense of calm and relaxation that so many of us don't have, but we're looking for. Meditation can help alleviate stress and promotes a more balanced approach to life's challenges. So we're going to have challenges. Life would not be life if we didn't experience challenges and hurdles and obstacles, but how we navigate, how we manage them, the effect that it has on our body and mind is where the difference can be made. Emotional resilience or emotional regulation is another key aspect of managing burnout. So this is where mindfulness can help us observe our thoughts and our emotions without judgment. And that's where the resiliency comes in. When we're feeling something, when we're having a thought, we don't have to attach ourselves to that. We are not that thought. That thought is not us. It's something that's passing through our mind. It's something that's passing through our life, like a car driving down the street. We do not have a direct connection necessarily to that. And a lot of times we find ourselves holding on to these thoughts and repeating these thoughts in our minds, and then they end up taking control of us and our actions. So developing self-awareness, recognizing emotional patterns, and navigating through challenging emotions can help us avoid burnout. So again, recognizing when this happens, I feel this way. When this happens, I think this. And again, that's so that you can break that connection between how you're feeling and what you're thinking in connection to the situation or the thing that has happened. So I know sounds like, what? You want me to not be my thoughts? You want me to not be my feelings? But that's what mindfulness is really just saying, this is how I feel, and I'm okay with that. You don't have to give it purpose or reason or anything like that. You just let it be, and then you move on from there. Meditation and mindfulness can restore energy levels and improve focus. So burnout, as I mentioned, often leaves us feeling depleted and struggling with concentration. So finding that deep relaxation, finding rest, sleeping, getting good rest, are all important to avoiding burnout. Mindfulness practices promote self-care and self-compassion. So we prioritize our well-being and we engage in activities that replenish our energy, replenish like the reserves that we have in our body to keep going. This is so important to pay attention to when you might be taking on too much, when you might be burning the candle at both ends, as I say, so that you don't get to the point of burnout. Speaking from experience, and again, I mentioned the other coach, we teach what we teach because we've been there and we know it doesn't have to be that way. A lot of times we feel like this is just life, and when something happens, then it'll get better. When this happened, then I'll feel less stressed. And I invite you to take control of it now before it becomes a problem, before you end up in a place that is really hard to come back from. Usually health problems, long-term issues start to show up if we don't manage and navigate stress in our lives. So I hope that you found this insightful and that there are some practical things for you to take away from this. Your well-being is so important. So I want to say that I'm proud of you for listening today, and I invite you to incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily activities so that you can prevent burnout in your life.